So this is my second time recording this, unfortunately. This is Strange Tales number 101. The first, not the first, but Sodium Torch gets its own standalone comic. When I first read this, I was like, I have a feeling it's not going to be good because I heard stories that the Human Torch, Bob Cell wasn't that good. Plus, Human Torch is not my favorite Fantastic Four member. Let's just say the original video, I did rant a lot because this is a really bad issue. Sorry, guys. Uh, it's kind of funny bad, though. Uh, I'm not going to go into as much detail as I did because it's kind of obvious, but yeah, let's read this. This will probably be shorter because I was like laughing and like talking about the little sense to make compared to the other issues I just read. All right, so let's get in Straight Tales from 101. Not 101, 101. Can't wait for 110, but 101 I'm not too happy about. Starting the fabulous Human Torch. Even the Human Torch can save all those plunging men at once, and so the Destroyer wins again. If I see those men, the Destroyer will go free, but I can't let them fall. I can't. Permission of the Fantasy Four magazine. Starring America's favorite superhero, the Human Torch. I'm pretty sure the America's favorite superhero isn't the Human Torch. I'm pretty sure it's either Spider-Man or Batman. But anyway, I've done it. I've outraced an atomic-powered guided missile. The Human Torch appears in strange tales through the courtesy of the Fantasy Four magazine. But that's enough kidding around for today. It's time to land before my flame dies out. Like a meteor in the night, the fiery figure streaks over Long Island until there's Glenville. I better land on the outskirts of town, where no one will see me. The community has become real popular since it became known as the Invisible Girl lives here. But though everyone in town knows my sister Sue's the Invisible Girl, no one knows that I'm the Human Torch. I highly doubt that, and here's the one problem with this issue. I'm not gonna say about Tom, but multiple times in this issue, he goes out of his way to showcase that he and the Human Torch are the same, which is really repetitive, especially since I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear in the early issues that Johnny Storm and Human Torch are exactly the same character. I mean, he makes it pretty obvious. He's going to go to date dinner as himself in a pretty last Fantasy Four issue, and I think it was last Fantasy Four issue. And now he flies through cars for no reason. Well, they're gonna explain one thing here, but it's still stupid. Like, especially the stuff he does, it's like such a filler part of this issue that doesn't make much sense. But whatever. Even though in okay, there's no. Four of Johnny's schoolmates didn't know his secret identity. Remember those idiots who want to be Fantasy Four members for some reason, even though they had no powers. His secret identity, but they graduated high school last term. Now one of them is in the army, two are in the way to college, and the fourth one is working Chicago. All have been sworn to secrecy. Now for our train saga. That was very important to know where they are at. It's a good thing the town isn't aware of my other identity. The less publicity I have, the better. I like it. After all, I didn't get my kicks by being considered a flaming freak. Good thing Mr. Fantastic helped me design the asbestos room in case I have a nightmare and actually flame on while I'm asleep. Of course, everything's made up of asbestos, because why wouldn't it be? Asbestos wallpaper, non-combustible furniture, saucers, chemically treated. Asbestos bedspread and carpet. Floor, non-combustible. We got another layout room. For the early minor reader, we present a detailed layout of Johnny Storm's specifically designed bedroom. Corridor leading to stairs. Closet containing Fantastic Four costume, monocle woven clothes. Asbestos bed. Detailed star charts under sea maps. Tabletop is TV screen which scans all colors. Director corridor doorknob insulated against heat. Files containing case histories of super criminals. Bookcase holds books on controls, pyrotechnics, information, wizard areas of the world. Tabletop TV screen which scans all colors. Smart Lab torch experiments with chemicals that will help prolong the burning time of his flame. Riley's a scientist now. Dora's hobby shop. His hobby is hot rods, spare parts kept in his room. Storage. Hidden alcove, secret flare gun kept here. Whew! I wonder what the kids in Glenville would say if they knew that Johnny Storm is actually the Human Torch. And guess what we get again? Another flashback. And they're going to make it even bit worse by saying that we already know with the flashback. They're going to acknowledge the fact we know this, but they're still going to show it anyway. For those of you readers who are not familiar with the origin of the Human Torch, the following summary may prove helpful. Our flight in space, we never expected that the result would be. There was a mishap. We were bombarded with comets and rays, and then came the crash. Then the change hit us. My sister became invisible. And poor Ben, he turned into the Thing. Reached by stretch, the power to develop, the power to stretch. When they call him Mr. Fantastic, they ain't kidding. And I turned into a blazing human being, into a Human Torch. Yes, all of us changed because of the awesome powers of the cosmic rays which had bombarded us. I can fly! While Johnny Stormer leaves the legendary origin of the Fantastic Four, let us turn our attention elsewhere in Glenville, where a mysterious figure lurks in the shadows. The amusement park is almost finished. It is time for the Destroyer to strike. On the way to school the following day, Johnny and his friends pass Glenville's newest entertainment site. I can hardly wait till the park opens. Boy, that's got a fun house, a roller coaster, everything. The moment in the office of Charleston publisher of the town's newspaper. This note arrived in the mail today, Mr. Stan. Construction of the amusement park must stop. If it doesn't, I shall strike the destroyer. Bah, just a crank note. Probably some nut who's got a thing against people having fun. And so the warning is ignored. The next day, look, that guy's testing out that roller coaster. Sure, they have to have an expert check it out before they can open it to the public. But suddenly, oh no, look, the track broke. That guy will be killed. I must chain the Human Torch and save him. No one else can, but my flame on. Myself, everyone here will learn my secret identity, even though I'm pretty sure they already know. Wait, that's secret layer. That's the answer. He hasn't a chance. When I first became the torch, I gained the ability to control any flame within a few feet of me. I'll put my will upon the flame of that cigarette layer. There, make it give off more smoke. Hey, Carl, where all this smoke come from? I don't know. Ha! Let me out of here. Of course you control flames, because why not? I don't think that's the power he had in other issues, but who knows. And now that I'm safely screened, I can become the Human Torch. Flame on! He's falling, only second stacked. Dashing flame in his arms, the Human Torch seizes the falling man in midair. Gotcha. What? How? He'll be okay now, fella. Look, the Human Torch saved him. Keep my flame on much longer. I'll land in the smoke area and become the Johnny Storm again. Oh, that's the smoke's clearing. I can see again. It must have been caused by the torch, but why do you do it? Who knows? Search me. Okay. No, that guy said that. Just as he reached the top of the coaster, the track broke as though it had been cut. But why would anyone sabotage a roller coaster? No reason. It must have been an accident, probably due to faulty construction. For the following day, the office of the Glenville Gazette. Another crank note. Maybe there's something to this. I better see the owner of the park. Yesterday, I almost killed a man. Unless construction the park. Sorry, the way I said that was very funny. Stops. I shall strike again. The destroyer. No, there's probably no connection between the accident. We had the crank who calls himself the destroyer. It must be a coincidence. Well, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. But then, a few days later, those guys sure got guts testing that parachute jump. They know what they're doing. They're experts. Yes, so. Then suddenly, look, the tower's breaking. The right will fall. Those men won't have a chance. So how's Johnny Storm gonna turn to Human Torch? Because he has a secret identity all of a sudden. Of course, he'll do the most logical thing. We'll see what he does. See, there's people in front of him, but let's see if there's anybody behind him. So maybe just walk around near the Human Torch. But of course, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna do something really fucking stupid. Another emergency. Another job for the Human Torch. Again, I have just seconds to divert the attention of the crowd, so I can burst into flame, unseen. With the speed of thought, the amazing teenager leaps to galvanize action. Letting my flame to tip my finger, I can shoot out controlled pelts of fire. Look, fireballs in the air. Where did they come from? What's holding them up? Now everyone's looking in the other direction. I'm running here and chained into the torch. Hey, it's the Human Torch again. He'll save those guys. How? Even he can't grab 5 men at once. He'll have to save one or two and let the others die. How can he decide who to choose? Flame on! Holy Hannah! He's using his flame to weld the tower together again. There's nothing that Flaming Wonder can't do. He's magnificent. Making my flame white hot, I should be able to keep the tower from collapsing. The image part 2, the thing, Fury strikes back. Look, the torch saved the tower. In a few seconds, we would be finished. I must change back to Johnny Storm for my pals notice I'm missing. Also, divert the crowd's attention this time by molding a duplicate Human Torch out of my flame. Hey, look what he's doing. Now I simply will my double to rise in the air. Which one's the real torch? It must be the one that's flying. Yeah, look at him go. Their attention's fixed on my decoy, now can safely switch back to Johnny Storm. The torch is falling apart. Under the mental control, the image soon fades away. That could have been the torch. The real torch is gone. Boy, that was some show, huh, Johnny? It sure was. 2 warning notes, followed by 2 near accidents. It can't be just a coincidence. Part of the destroyer is he's not just a crank, he means business. He sure did a lot of damage, not really. And a few days later, the local newspaper received another grim note. The destroyer sent another note to the newspaper. Destroyer challenges the Human Torch to battle. He dares me to meet him alone at a cabin in the outskirts of town. Okay, mister, you brought yourself a fight. For that night, as Johnny is about to leave for the fateful encounter, I'm glad Sue is out of town. She'd be nervous as a mother hen. Bring thing, what are you doing here? I can read, can't I? Destroyer guy's too much for a kid like you to handle. I'm gonna take your place. I'll meet that creep for you and I'll pulverize him. And thanks, this is my fight and I'm not running from it. You stubborn brat, use your head. I can help you. Look, Dean, the destroyer challenging me. I'm not gonna chicken out. Bah, I should have known I was wasting my time. Well, go on, fight that destroyer. It's your funeral. So Johnny storms the amazing human torch sets out. There's the cabin. From here on, I better take it slow and easy. There he is, waiting for me. You must have some trick up his sleeve. Okay, destroyer, I don't know what powers you got, but I'm pitting mine against them. Didn't you hear me? I said I'm accepting your challenge. Come on, sit up and face me. Okay, then. What? He's only a dummy. At that moment, the torch unwittingly tips the electric eye beam. Now what? I walked into a trap. The brew triggered the liquid foam is distinguishing, dousing my flame. Ha! Wow, his flame, the torch is powerless. My trap worked. Now all I have to do is rush in and finish him. Before the destroyer can act. Teenagers! Coming this way, blast the lock. Must let them find me. Here come some kids. They must see me enter here as the torch. I better think fast. Hey, fellas, where did the torch run? I don't know. We didn't see him leave. Did you see him? Yes, I spied him in the woods and followed him into the cabin. I wanted to discover his real identity, but he got away. Nuts. Someday we'll find out who he really is. Having narrowly preserved his secret identity, Darkstorm returns home to ponder his next move. Destroyers, I gotta figure out who he is, and why he'll do anything to wreck the amusement park. If only I had. Wait a minute, I do have a clue. The destroyer tried to wreck the tall amusement. Why? Why didn't he sabotage the Ferry Wheel, which is a tall amusement? Or the merry-go-rounds? They're not tall amusements, but I'm pretty sure the Ferris wheel is the highest, so why did he not destroy that? The logic makes no sense. And a moment later, atop the roller coaster, the inventory finds his answer. So that's it. My hunch is right. Look, comrade, the Yankee Man is fire as us. Hey, commie sub! Submerge! Why would it be communist? Why would communists want to attack the theme park? Well, you'll find out, and it's fucking stupid. They got under, but I'll make it too hot for them to remain there. Flying low over the water as the torch flame caused it to boil. So I can hardly breathe. I can't take anymore. We must resurface. Our intelligence is right. There's the commie sub. We've been after these jokers for a long time. We hadn't spotted them by the light of Torch's flame. They might still be free. And now for the leader of the Red Spies. There he is, the commie's contact man, the Destroyer. Get him! Yes, is I, but you'll never take me alive! As for you, Torch, your days of meddling are over. That's what you think, Mister. Or Miser. Sorry, Miser. It is Mister, sorry. My God, it's melting! Charles Stan posted in the town's newspaper. I can hardly believe it. He almost told everyone. He even set those warning notes himself so no one would suspect him of being the destroyer. Why do you want the music park closed? That's simple. He was smuggling information in the red sub. This is a secluded area, and no one was able to see what was going on until the roller coaster and parachute jump were built. From up there, anyone could see up the subsurface at Station Private Beach. At Stan's Private Beach, sorry. So they make sure he wasn't discovered. Stan had to stop the music park from opening. The fleet won't last much longer. I gotta zoom off fast. Torch, wait, we want to thank you. He's gone, and so the destroyer's finished. But for the Human Torch, there'll be another gripping adventure in the next issue of Strange Cells. Strange Cells. I'm not looking forward to any of these other issues. Wake me up when Doctor Strange appears. So next time we won't be dealing with Human Torch. Thank goodness. We'll be dealing with a little boy named Ant-Man. See you then.